Here we are at McDonald's.
All the door dashes, we're having them come inside because now that we have a facility up front for you guys now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Some of them don't open till like 7.
Yeah, we open up at 5 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So now I'm stuck in the drive-thru.
What can I get for you?
I had a DoorDash pickup for 14A.
1 moment. Another crew member will be with you shortly. Hi, I'm sorry, what was that again?
14A.
What is that?
DoorDash.
DoorDash, come inside, hon.
The instructions literally say to use the drive-thru.
I'm sure that's before
Like
we were
it's,
open at 5 in the morning.
no, it says it on there right now.
Okay, well, your order should be ready up front. I'm sorry.
Okay. You know what? How about we just fucking let them figure out? How about I just let you figure out how to be an asshole and get your own customers their own fucking. Wow, McDonald's, and the lack of customer service and the poor customer experience. I mean, this is bad. So I went to McDonald's across town. They made me come inside. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't real happy about it because they weren't very busy. They're never, I can't say they're never all, really, really extra busy, because sometimes they are. But often when I'm out at 4 or 5 in the morning, they're not as busy as they are from 6 to 7 or 8 or 9 in the morning. So not even so much 6 in the morning. Most people aren't out getting breakfast that fucking early. Not that there aren't people doing it, just that they're not slammed. And so, being that it's still dark, it is somewhat of a safety issue for drivers to be getting out of their vehicles, going into these restaurants. I personally just want to be fucking lazy because it's early and I barely had a cup of coffee and I don't want to fucking have to get off my fucking ass. I'm a driver, I'm not a walker. So if you have a delivery drive-through service window, pickup window, that's what I'm going to use. Especially if I'm getting to that pickup early, you should be happy and appreciative that I'm there early and do whatever you can to help your customer get the better than excellent customer experience they deserve. And that means taking care of your delivery drivers. So they made me come inside. I had like 6 or 7 minutes before the pickup time, and there's the food just sitting there. Did I pick it up? I said no. How about I wait till the pickup time, since you made me get stuck behind people in drive-thru, couldn't get out of the drive-thru, so then I had to go park, then I had to walk in, and then by that time I was frustrated and upset about the situation. So I says, well, how about I just wait until the actual pickup time? How about that? You see, two people can play corporate fucking policy fucking games. Only issue is, individuals are probably going to have a much less lax corporate policy than you do. I'm not going to put up with the same type of shit that you will, because I'm not making fucking millions of fucking dollars. You know what I mean? I'm making pennies on the dollar that you're making. It's not even close. Fractions of a penny. So they all looked at me like I was a fucking asshole. And of course I'm recording that shit because, hey, there's a point to be made for other people wanting to inconvenience me when I'm the person delivering their food to their customer. So, that's just how I feel about it, and the shit needs to stop. We need to stop having unclear expectations. It's not that fucking simple. If you've ever had children, or you've ever had any kind of a fucking dipstick for a brain, you know that if you want to set people up for success, they have to have a clear set of expectations. Otherwise, what the fuck are they doing? You want people to think, figure out for themselves how to decipher the discrepancies between things? No. You need to have a plan of action. You need to make sure that people know what to expect and that there's some sort of consistency. So that was a shitty experience. The very next order was a high-paying order from the other McDonald's across town. So then I get to that one. The instructions specifically say, use our drive-thru. And then they told me over there that, our corporate policies had changed. Well, your corporate policies can say whatever the fuck they want. When I pull up to your establishment, I'm reading the directions from the company that I work for. And if it says to use your fucking drive-thru, then that means that that's what you've told them to tell me. And so when I come to your drive-thru to pick up your customers' food that you made, that you sold and you made the money on, you should be trying to help me get that food out the door as quickly as possible. So I got another dash coming through, but I'm sure it's probably a piece of shit one. And I'm certainly probably gonna keep doing this shit until we get a clear fucking set of expectations. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Golden Arches, baby. So we're 1 minute away from our Taco Bell delivery. The pickup went mostly smooth. The directions was pretty unclear expectations. It's like once you arrived, then it says, please enter the store. And then below it says, please use the drive-thru. It's like, what the fuck, man? What a dizzying intellect. So we're looking for orders right now. We're driving. And I had a shitty experience with both of the McDonald's that I went to this morning. McDonald's, you're really getting on my last nerve. Man, I love when people DoorDash Lamar's Donuts, especially when they get the M&M sprinkles. Oh, wait. I haven't seen that before. Handicaps just on the building. Maybe somebody can tell me why corporations create corporate policy that creates problems. They don't solve problems, they create problems. I think it's important some days that you're just out here to enjoy life. I'm running this $8.50 Chick-fil-A. I was a little perturbed by some of the experience that I had at the McDonald's. And, I just don't let it bother me. I mean, I do a little bit. I want my half pay. And I'll definitely call about it after this order. But, I could be calling about it right now. As a matter of fact, I might do that. I got a Dasher notification. All right, so we're 1 minute away from this Chick-fil-A drop-off for $8.50. It's funny, I just did this Starbucks pickup, and when I go in, so when I get there and there's a pickup time that's like 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I'm not gonna just go in the lobby and stand there and wait like a fucking idiot. So, after having these issues with some of these people, these merchants, I'm gonna call them and say, hey, is this ready? You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, it'll be ready for you when you come in to pick it up. And it's like, well, half the time it's not ready when I come in to pick it up. So especially when the pickup time is for another 10, 15 minutes. So, you know, I think there's some room for some transparency there and a little more clear expectations. But I would suggest calling the merchant so that you don't have to stand there and wait in the lobby, and at least find out what the wait will be on your particular order. And then you're not standing around, at least inside the establishment, having to stand up. I mean, I'm old. I'm over 40. I'm sitting down. If I can sit down, I'm sitting down. I don't mind hustling. That's what I'm here for. But I'm not going to just stand and look stupid. Nobody pays me to do that. So we just finished the Starbucks drop-off. It was $7.50. And did I end my video? I think I did. So it was $5 tip from the customer, $2.50 base pay. Not surprised there from DoorDash. And I immediately got, you know, we might just come up here. There's a McDonald's up here. God knows I don't want to fuck with them. But there's some other food places, so we'll just kind of drive through here a little bit. So we're not picking up anything over here in this part of the city, so we're gonna head back a little closer to, there is a lot of stuff over here though. Hey, so I picked up a Grubhub, kind of said fuck DoorDash for just a minute. I'm gonna take a little break. Gonna run this order, at least it's $1 a mile. DoorDash is trying to throw me bones that are less than $1 a mile, so fuck that noise. My destination is on my right. Is there anywhere to park? Yeah, so I picked up that coffee shop delivery. It's taken me about 10, 13 minutes away or whatever. So we're gonna run that. DoorDash was pumping me a bunch of shit that was less than $1 a mile, so fortunately I've taken enough shitty orders that I could decline that. So we're gonna run this and see how it goes. So I'm getting bombarded with these less than $1 orders, back-to-back Chick-fil-A's. These are these orders that are getting obviously declined by other people because it's not giving me like the timed ticker to either accept the order, and if I decline it, it's not telling me it's going to end my dash and shit like that. So it must just be orders that aren't worth the fucking, you know, they're not worth the time of the drivers and the DoorDashers and the delivery people out there. So maybe you should get a clue, DoorDash, because I'm running a Grubhub right now for at least $1 a mile, which is still half of what I would like to be making at a minimum. So one thing I just noticed is when I took the Grubhub order, because I couldn't get a DoorDash order that was offer that was worth a shit, I'm now just outside of my zone for DoorDashing, but I'm still in the zone for my Grubhub. So that's something you should probably consider. So we ran a Grubhub delivery because we couldn't get any decent orders from DoorDash, and in the midst of running that delivery for Grubhub, DoorDash was just blowing my fucking shit up, trying to get me to take these Chick-fil-A's and these Starbucks and these Paneras for like 50 cents a mile, and I just wasn't gonna fucking do it. And so that's why it's important to take half of those shitty jobs when it's early on and it's not a busy time. What you don't want to happen is to take those shitty fucking orders when you're potentially losing, you know, a big paying job or a high priority big paying job. So I take at least one, like $2.50 a day, like one no tip, and then I'll take nothing less. I won't take two of those $2.50s. Now, most people should tell you, if you're getting high priority jobs, you shouldn't have time to be picking up no $2.50. There ain't, if you got an acceptance rate over 70% with all your good ratings, you shouldn't be getting no $2.50 order in the first place. So, and then I dropped my standard from $2 a mile to $1 a mile most of the time. Like 80% of the time, 75% of the time. So now I'm having to head back to my zone for DoorDash because they do have a lot of orders out there. One or two came through for $2 a mile, but I was already on a delivery for a Grubhub, and you know that would have screwed up everything. So I didn't want to risk getting another contract violation from stacking shit. It was not on the way, so it wasn't feasible to do that. So that's kind of been a good, I'm kind of thinking that that's where you want to be. If you've gotten yourself down to an acceptance rate lower, you know, real low, I wouldn't trust what some of these people say. I have no problem still getting jobs and all this shit, because I have problems still getting jobs when I cherry pick the fuck out of shit, across the board, 100%, won't do shit that I don't want to do that's less than $2 a mile. You will get fucked and you will get penalized. And anybody that says otherwise, I'm not saying they're full of shit. I'm saying they're in an awesome market, and that's where you should be DoorDashing, is where you can cherry pick the fuck out of whatever, and there's still enough work to go around to pay you what you're worth. So, which is why I'm not completely unhappy about working this zone that I'm in today, because there are a lot more businesses and a lot more restaurants and a lot more higher end type of, you know, establishments, whereas the place that I normally go doesn't have that. So when they sent me out here, I'm like, fuck it, I ended my dash. I may not get the priorities because I didn't schedule, but I'll probably delete my schedule for out there and create it for out here tomorrow. So just a little tip, if you do get down that low, take some 250s, take your less than $1 a mile, get your acceptance rate back up to over 50, then over 70. You're gonna spend a day or two taking every fucking order. It's gonna drive you fucking nuts, but you'll get your acceptance rate back up, and by the first day, I could almost guarantee you that you'll start seeing some results as far as getting more top priority orders and more high paying orders. Remember, your top dasher status only lasts for 2 weeks, so if you spend, and that's pertaining to your last 100 orders, so it's really complicated, and no matter what, it's like on the 4th of each month, depending on your last 100 deliveries, whether you're top dasher only for 2 weeks. So I don't know what that means for the other 2 weeks. Like, seriously. All right, so we're doing this McDonald's pickup. I think it's $4 or $5 for less than 2 miles, so it's not terrible. Alright, so we got another McDonald's order. It's crazy, I'm getting all these McDonald's orders out here with all these nicer restaurants, and my acceptance rate over 74, 75%. I will say that I'm not sitting as long in this zone as I would be in my normal zone, so you know, that's a plus. And so I think that it's a good idea for you to take a look around at your surrounding areas, even if you might, you know, have to go a little more out of your way. You can see that's where the DoorDash pickups are, and there's no sack there. So I just picked up that McDonald's order. It's like $4 or $5. I think it might be $6, something like that, for like 2 miles. It's not very bad. That's why I'm doing it. So I'm pretty disappointed in my dash. I made $50-some. I come out 4 or 5 in the morning. Run me from one zone out to another zone. I don't think I saw my half pay on one of my jobs. I'm really not sure. I'll have to look at it again when I get home, but I feel like it was dropping my acceptance rate on these orders that I wasn't necessarily declining, but that were orders that didn't have a ticker on there, they didn't have a timer. So we just watched it drop my last acceptance rate to 71%. Then as soon as I ended my dash and I fucking pulled up my ratings, it showed a 69%. So how is that not cheating the system and cheating the fucking drivers? So I'm pretty sure that I have proof of that in that very last fucking video. So let me know what you guys think if you're seeing shit like that, and if you're having an awesome day, if you're out door dashing, cross apping, Grubhubbing, Uber eating, whatever it is you're doing, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. I think it's all stacked against the little guy. No matter how hard you hustle, somebody's going to try to hold you back. So you got to figure that shit out and beat the system. Fuck working for other people. Do what feels right. Follow your intuition. It will serve you well. I'm John Lee. If you like videos like these, my DoorDash diaries and shit like that, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button for me and ring the bell for notifications. I'm gonna go put this video together, and I'll see y'all in a little bit.